So today we'll discuss the concept of electric potential and potential difference. It is a very beautiful concept. In electrostat and mechanics both. So let us start. This is a charge Q and in the vicinity of the charge there is an electric field, and due to this electric field there is a potential difference. And how potential difference is defined, what is the concept of potential difference, of course today we will discuss it. And it's a very beautiful concept. So now let us take a point P on the line AB, and this is another point Q. P and Q are very close to each other, so that this PQ tends to 0. PQ tends to 0. So now we calculate the value of electric field at P. The value of electric field is 1/4 pi epsilon naught Q R by R cube. And we calculate E dot dl from A to B. We want to calculate E dot dl from A to B, where E is the electric field due to charge Q and E dot dl is the line integral of electric field from A to B. To calculate the line integral of electric field from A to B, we will take a very small strip from P to Q. We calculate E dot dl from P to Q. Then of course from Q to Q dash and so on, and all these line integral are added and we will get E dot dl from A to B. So now we are calculating E dot dl from P to Q. So it is E dot dl is Q 4 pi epsilon naught R dot dl by R cube. So now we want to calculate the value of R dot dl, where dl is very small. For this we take a mathematical concept like that. This is x square minus y square is x plus y into x minus y. If x is equal to y is equal to 2, the left hand side is xy and this is x plus y, x minus y. As x and y are equal, so y square can be written as x into y. Now x minus y is equal to x plus y and x minus y. This x minus y cancel each other. So x is equal to x plus y and 2 is equal to 4. So the result is absurd. 2 is equal to 4. And why it is? Of course 2 is equal to 4. The reason is, if we write 0 into 1 is 0 and 0 into 10 is 0, so 0 into 1 is equal to 0 into 10. 0 से 0 cancel हो गया, 1 is equal to 10. So we get an absurd result because we have cancelled or divided from 0 and cancel this 0 to this 0. So from this result we can say that हम लोग कह सकते हैं कि division by 0 is not permissible in mathematics. Division by 0 is not permissible in mathematics. Mathematics में 0 से हम divide नहीं कर सकते हैं. Otherwise we will get an absurd result. Division by 0 is not permissible. Now you can solve this problem. Limit x tends to 2, x square minus 4, x minus 2. Limit x tends to 2 means x is very very close to 2. It may be 1.999999. It is almost equal to 2, but not exactly equal to 2. So if we put x is equal to 2, then it will be 4 minus 4 and 2 minus 2, 0 by 0. Cannot be determined. It can be written as limit x tends to 2, x plus 2, x minus 2, x minus 2. If x is exactly equal to 2, this is 0 and this is 0 and 0 cannot be cancelled with 0. But it is not exactly equal to 2, it is 1.99999. So we can cancel this x minus 2 with x minus 2. Limit x tends to 2, x plus 2. Now x is 1.99999 and it is very close to 2, so 2 plus 2 is 4. ये जो x है 2 से काफी close है, 1.999999 है, but it is not exactly equal to 2, hence this is not exactly 0. So this x minus 2 can be cancelled with x minus 2. इस x minus 2 को x minus 2 से cancel कर देंगे और उस वक्त हम कहेंगे कि x is not equal to 2. Because if it is equal to 2 हम लोग cancel नहीं कर सकते. और जब cancel कर देंगे तो कहेंगे yes, x is equal to 2 and hence it is 4. So when we say that x is very close to 2, limit x tends to 2, so x is equal to 2 and not equal to 2 but equal to 2, but exactly not equal to 2. So we may assume to be x equal to 2. x को 2 भी ले सकते हैं जब जरूरत पड़ेगी तो, और जब एक्सप्रेशन 0 होता रहेगा तो हम कहेंगे x is not equal to 2. यहां भी वही बात है. This r and this is r dashed, they are very close to each other, so we can say that r is almost equal to r dashed, though it is not equal to r dashed, but sometimes we may assume r and r to be equal, and this dl is negligibly small. Now here it is written as that. This is r and this is r dashed. So this is r and dl is equal to r dashed. So r plus dl is equal to r dashed. dl is very close to 0. It is very very small. काफी छोटा है. अब हम लोग ऐसा लिखेंगे r dash dot r dash is equal to r plus dl, r plus dl, and this is r dash square, r dot r, r square, r dot dl, dl dot r, and dl square. Science is an approximation. dl is very small, सो स्क्वायर ऑफ डीएल इज ऑल्सो वेरी स्मॉल, ये डीएल स्क्वायर छोटा है इसलिए इसको नेग्लेक्ट कर दिया। नाउ आर डैश स्क्वायर माइनस आर स्क्वायर इज 2r dot dl. A dot b is equal to b dot a. So r dot dl is dl dot r. Now r dash plus r and r dash minus r is equal to 2r dot dl. अब मैंने कहा था कि r dash and r एक दूसरे से काफी क्लोज हैं, सो हम लोग मान सकते हैं कि r और r dash दोनों बराबर हैं। We may assume r and r dash to be equal, though they are not equal, but they are equal. So here it is, of course, r and r dash equal हैं, तो हमने 2r लिख दिया। यहाँ equal नहीं है क्योंकि यहाँ अगर equal हम कर देते हैं तो ये 0 हो जाएगा। That is the beauty of limit. So r dot dl is r dash minus r. Now this E dot dl is q 4 pi epsilon naught r dot dl by r cube. So it is q 4 pi epsilon naught. What is r dot dl? r dash minus r divided by r into r into r. ये r के साथ से कैंसिल हो जाएगा। r dash and r are very close to each other, so we can write 4 pi epsilon, डिवाइड करेंगे, एक r को r dash मान लेने में कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, तो हम इसको ऐसे लिख डालेंगे r dash माइनस r, और एक r को r डैश ले लिया और दूसरे को r, और जब डिवाइड करेंगे तो आ जाएगा q 4 पाई एप्सिलॉन नॉट 1 by r minus 1 by r dash. So E dot dl from r to r dash, E dot dl from r to r dash is q 4 pi epsilon naught 1 by r minus 1 by r dash. Now it can be removed. No use. Yes. इसको हमने हटा दिया और मैंने ये देखा कि ये जो आपका E dot dl मैंने निकाला r से r dash तक, E dot dl is q 4 pi epsilon naught r dot dl r cube, q 4 pi epsilon naught r dot dl r cube, q 4 pi epsilon naught, this is r dash minus r जो हम लोग निकाल चुके हैं, r से r कैंसिल, एक r को r dash कर दिया, डिवाइड किया q 4 pi epsilon naught 1 by r minus 1 by r dash. तो E dot dl जब यहां से यहां कैलकुलेट करते हैं तो q 4 pi epsilon naught 1 by r minus 1 by r dash आता है। चलिए, वेरी सिंपल। अब मुझे E dot dl कैलकुलेट करना है, कहां से कहां तक? मुझे E dot dl कैलकुलेट करना है ऑफ कोर्स A to B। मुझे E dot dl कैलकुलेट करना है A to B। अब A to B जब हमको कैलकुलेट करना है E dot dl, तो हम सबसे पहला काम ये करेंगे कि E dot dl from A to R, from R to R dash, from R dash to R double dash, in the similar fashion, R double dash to R triple dash, and finally R n to R b, and all such integration are added. So the first term is E dot dl from A to R, and its value is q 4 pi epsilon naught 1 by r a minus 1 by r। हम जहां से शुरू होते हैं वो पहले होता है, जहां आते हैं वो बाद में होता है। फिर r to r डैश क्या होगा? q 4 pi epsilon naught 1 by r minus 1 by r dash। फिर r dash to r double dash 1 by r dash minus r double dash। When we move from r double dash to r triple dash, E dot dl is r double dash to r triple dash। Similarly, हम लोग यहां से यहां तक मूव करेंगे और फाइनली जो हमारा होगा 1 by Rn minus 1 by Rn। और ये सारे एक्सप्रेशन को जब हम ऐड करते हैं तो देखेंगे Q 4 pi epsilon naught minus 1 by R, Q 4 pi epsilon naught 1 by R, ये इससे कैंसिल हो जाएगा। Q 4 pi epsilon naught 1 by R डैश से ये कैंसिल हो जाएगा, इससे ये कैंसिल होगा, इससे ये कैंसिल होगा, आपको ये फर्स्ट और लास्ट टर्म बच जाएगी। तो आपको मिल गया E dot dl from A to B, ये बचेगा Q 4 pi epsilon naught 1 by RA minus 1 by RB। So we have proved that E dot dl from A to B is Q 4 pi epsilon naught 1 by RA minus 1 by RB। So this is your E dot D। So we have of course calculated E dot dl from A to B and its value is E dot dl from A to B is E dot dl from A to B is Q 4 pi epsilon naught 1 by RA minus 1 by RB, and it is Q 4 pi epsilon naught RA minus Q 4 pi epsilon naught RB। Q is constant, 4 pi epsilon naught is constant, RA is variable, and here RB is variable. So this is the function of RA and this is the function of RB. So what is E dot dl from A to B? E dot dl from A to B is phi RA minus phi RB. So E dot dl from A to B is the function of course, the difference of two functions that depends on A and B only. Now, we want to calculate E dot dl for a cyclic process. Cyclic process means, of course, you start from one point A, goes to the point B, and again return to the point A. Means the initial and final points are of course same. आपके इनिशियल और फाइनल दोनों पॉइंट एक हैं, जहां से चले आप वहीं पहुंच गए, इसी को साइक्लिक प्रोसेस कहते हैं। तो पहला पॉइंट भी है और दूसरा पॉइंट भी है। What is E dot dl from a cyclic process? E dot dl for a cyclic process is phi RA minus phi RA. The second point is also A, and hence it is 0. So E dot dl in a cyclic path is 0. E dot dl in a cyclic path is 0. तो cyclic path के लिए E dot dl का वैल्यू मैंने 0 कर दिया, ये भी मैंने प्रूफ कर दिया. So E dot dl in a cyclic process is 0. यानी हम जहां से चले वही अगर पहुंच जाते हैं तो हमारे E dot dl का वैल्यू 0 हो जाता है. E dot dl का वैल्यू 0 हो जाता है. अब now E dot dl for a cyclic process is 0. This is a cyclic process. A, B. This is path L and this is path L dash. So it can be broken into 2 points. दो हिस्से में तोड़ दिया. E dot dl from A to B through L इस रास्ते से गए, प्लस E dot dl from B to A through L dash and that is 0. So इस इक्वेशन को हम लोग लिख सकते हैं E dot dl from A to B L is equal to minus E dot dl from B to A L dash. This is our equation first. Now this is the direction of field. This is the direction of field. Field means force on unit positive charge. So if work is done in taking a unit charge from A to B, अगर हम ऐसे मूव करते हैं E dot dl तो फोर्स एंड डिस्प्लेसमेंट दोनों सेम डायरेक्शन में है, इसलिए ये पॉजिटिव होगा. तो E dot dl from A to B, इसके लिए E और डिस्प्लेसमेंट दोनों सेम है, सो ये पॉजिटिव होगा. और जब हम ऐसे आते हैं B to A तो E dot dl from B to A, ये पाथ L डैश ही है, ये आपका नेगेटिव होगा. मैग्नीट्यूड में दोनों सेम होंगे क्योंकि फोर्स भी सेम है, डिस्प्लेसमेंट भी सेम है. The only difference is that force and displacement are in same direction and here force and displacement are in opposite direction. So when force and displacement are in same direction, the work done is positive, and when force and displacement are in opposite direction, the work done is negative. You can also see here also. Yes. This is your table and this is the ground. यहाँ एक ऑब्जेक्ट रख दिया मैंने, इसको मैं यहां से यहां ले जाता हूं, तो इस ऑब्जेक्ट पे जो फोर्स लग रहा है वो क्या है, mg. डिस्प्लेसमेंट है h. मेरा जो अप्लाइड फोर्स है वो ऊपर है mg और ग्रेविटी का फोर्स है नीचे. तो अप्लाइड फोर्स एंड डिस्प्लेसमेंट दोनों अपोजिट डायरेक्शन में है. वर्क का वैल्यू होगा mgh cos 0. So this is mgh. अप्लाइड फोर्स. ग्रेविटी का फोर्स नीचे है, डिस्प्लेसमेंट ऊपर है. फोर्स और डिस्प्लेसमेंट के बीच का एंगल 180. So work done by the gravity mgh cos pi. mg displacement cos pi and this is minus mg. So force and displacement are of course of equal magnitude. In the first case force and displacement are in same direction, work done is positive. Here the work done is negative. तो यहां भी हम लोग कह सकते हैं कि इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड और डिस्प्लेसमेंट दोनों एक डायरेक्शन में है. इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इज फोर्स ऑन यूनिट पॉजिटिव चार्ज. तो दिस इज पॉजिटिव एंड लौटेंगे तो नेगेटिव हो जाएगा. तो हम यहां से लिख सकते हैं E डॉट dl फ्रॉम A टू B L डैश इज इक्वल टू E dot dl from B to A L dash are equal and opposite. So now from equation 1 and equation 2, the RHS of equation 1 is E dot dl B to A L dash negative sign. E dot dl B to A L dash negative sign. दोनों RHS बराबर हैं, तो ये LHS भी बराबर होगा. तो from equation 1 and equation 2, we can write E dot dl from A to B L is equal to E dot dl from A to B E dot dl from A to B through L dash. This is our result. E dot dl from A to B through L, यानी A से B तक हम जाते हैं, E dot dl कैलकुलेट करते हैं इस रास्ते से, और E dot dl कैलकुलेट करते हैं इस रास्ते से. E dot dl from A to B through L and E dot dl from A to B through L dash. Both are equal. That means E dot dl does not depend on path. E dot dl A से B तक कैलकुलेट करते हैं L से और कैलकुलेट करते हैं L डैश से. दोनों ही केस में ये सेम है, तो हम लोग ये कह देंगे कि E dot dl does not depend on path. E dot dl does not depend on path. Rather, it depends only on initial and final position and not on how the position is achieved. Such field for which E dot dl does not depend on path, E dot dl for path L and E dot dl for path L dash, if both are same, then such field are called conservative field. Such field are called conservative field, and the corresponding forces are called conservative force. We have proved that this is point A and this is point B in the field of charge Q. In the field of charge Q. And if we calculate E dot dl from A to B through L, and if we calculate E dot dl from A to B through L dash, this is L and this is L dash, both are equal. Such field for which E dot dl is path independent. Path independent is called conservative field. Called conservative field. And for conservative field, E dot dl for a cyclic process is 0. E dot dl for a cyclic process is 0. E dot dl for a cyclic process is 0, and E dot dl does not depend on path.